To make a podcast memory, it make me so very, very happy. Adam Rowe. You meet a nightingale on Carl, producer Sensei Carl, and me make a happy memory with Adam Rowe. Go!
Hello!
What have you been eating?
I've been eating.
What have you been eating?
I was something in my mouth.
You've got sweetie tongue. Have you had sweeties?
What?
Your tongue's like orange.
Your tongue's yellow.
I've been to the dentist.
Right, great. Otherwise, you're dying.
I've been to the dentist.
You've either had sweeties, been to the dentist, or we've not got...
Did you say, like it was paint.
Did you say tongue, yeah?
Tongue.
Because he says it
Tongue.
wrong.
Tongue.
No, Serica says tongue as well.
Tongue.
Yeah, it's all the fucking Preston Blackpool gimps.
Yeah.
We've just said this, haven't we? School. I sound quite scouse. Skill.
School.
School. Preston say school and pool. It's similar.
What do other people say?
School. Pool.
I don't know.
Pool.
Pool, yeah. You go in the pool.
Pool?
P-O-O-W-I-L. Pool.
I'm going school.
Pool. I'm going to school.
Oh, yeah.
Don't act the fool.
Swimming pool.
But apparently on
Liverpool.
tongue is a bit like more, I'm saying it with
It's your tongue, innit?
Pig's tongue.
Your tongue.
It's your T-U-N-G.
T-U-N-G.
I'm pretty sure we did this on an early episode. I've just had like a Vietnam flashback.
I think we've done everything on an early episode. There was a point on Hal Cutton's episode on Friday when we were like, we've said this before. I was like, the fourth one in a row. I was like, shit, we have done a lot of episodes. But you're right. How was the dentist?
Well,
me making you beautiful, babe.
Me dad lost me final Invisalign tray.
Cha!
It cost me 300 quid. I've had to get a retainer made.
Upset me.
And then I've got to get like 4 or 5 more Invisalign trays. So I had to pay 300 quid earlier to get a fucking metal grid mouth thing that just keeps me teeth where they are for like a week.
Now, when are you going to spend 300 quid on your eyebrows?
My eyebrows are sound. I'm trying to reverse the eyebrow thing.
Get a quote.
You have had them done though, haven't you?
My eyebrows are
You've had them done since I was taking the piss.
No, they're beautiful.
They look normal now.
They are the best bit of me.
They look normal now.
You never come at my nana or my eyebrows.
Yeah, I've got lovely eyebrows, Dan.
He has now.
Thank you, Carl.
Now that they've been
Me
done.
and you have got big eyebrows.
Yeah. Mine are like fire hazards.
Yeah.
I love how it's all happening. Teeth, you know, you're getting beautiful. People are commenting on it.
Me meeting a personal trainer tomorrow.
Of course you are.
Hers. The one who Paul Smith's been using. Hers.
Oh,
Hers.
no.
Oh,
that's like sloppy seconds on trainers, though, isn't it?
You're going to be sat here where Arnold Rosenegger like sat next year. What?
Arnold who?
Don't say that again. Don't say that again.
You got fired on your day off. And you know the best bit is, he didn't know he'd said it for a good 40 seconds.
Said what?
Wish...
did it sound like the N-word?
Oh, it did not sound like the N-word. It sounded like a weird old name for your black Annie. Damn, Adam. You didn't do it on purpose.
It was a play on Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Right, okay. You know tongue and pool? Apparently, your bit of Liverpool shouldn't be saying the name of former fucking California governors and star of Terminator films.
It's an E. It's an E.
Woo!
It's an E.
Yeah.
Very
Whoa,
importantly,
that was a lot of fun. We get away with a lot. And the thing is, we're not daft. We think about what we're doing. We know we're playing with the line of political correctness. We know we dance on the line. Sometimes we have a picnic across the line, but we were literally buying a 3-bedroom semi-detached in Wrongville about 10 miles past the fucking line then.
No.
Oh, mate, it felt...
How do you say his name?
Schwarzenegger.
No.
Yeah.
Arnie. Just say Arnie.
Arnie, there you go.
Don't even risk it. Arnie.
I think we've peaked. 4 minutes 20. Bit of a short one today, guys. That was fucking brilliant. What do you want in a trainer? Like, I know you're getting Paul Smith because why wouldn't you? And if you've seen the videos on the tube meet, Paul Smith is looking great. Said it before, he used to be a bit ginger and dumpy. Now he looks like a big, lumpy fucking man muscle. But what would you want style-wise?
Here's what my goal is, right?
No,
I
know you want to look fit and have just like
I don't.
all these muscles and a big dick.
No,
Can you work your dick out?
I don't need muscles. Here's what I want, right? You know, like after a night out, especially like a comics Christmas party or something, right? You know when you wake up and on Facebook or Instagram it says so-and-so tagged you in a photo?
Yeah.
I want to see that and not have a panic attack.
That's
my
a great
fitness
remit.
goal.
What are your goals, Adam?
I want to look
goals?
acceptable in photographs.
What are your goals? I just don't want to dry heave when I see myself in the back of a picture
I
accidentally.
want to be tagged in a photo with him and him look like the fat one for the first time in our friendship.
It's not going to happen, is it?
It will do. You're getting fucking chunky
You're
and
fat,
I'm getting fit.
but you look like you should be.
Yeah, but
you're not.
You know, I could lose it so quick.
Yeah, but you won't.
I will.
You won't. Because you're a big
Yeah, but
fat knobhead.
You two don't. If you want to be less, never say it. I know your friendship pretty well now. I've watched it live for 2.5 months. If you want to be thinner than him,
He's fucked it now.
never say, I want to be thinner than you. Because he'll literally...
I want to be really fat.
He'll be like Christian Bale in The Machinist. Like,
You already are.
just to prove a point. Like, Carl, you haven't had a solid for 2 weeks. Yeah, fuck that. No, bad.
No.
It's on now then.
He's been getting dumpier for the past couple of years and it's slowly growing on. And
Yeah, but you're in love, aren't you?
No, what it is, I didn't eat properly in Japan because the food was shite. So I've come home for 2 months and I've ate. But as soon as the gyms reopen and he starts fucking competition with me, he's getting smoked. You're getting smoked.
You're already in competition. I've got 3 months ahead of you.
3 months.
Yeah. I think he's
You
got
don't even know
genetics
what's
ahead of
going
you.
on.
I think he's got genetics ahead of you.
Oh, Spanish. Reckon they just lose weight quicker?
He's not even trying and he looks better than both of us.
Yeah, but that's because I haven't started yet.
Yeah, but you make... Why are you...
Personal trainer.
Why
He hasn't got a personal trainer.
You're poking the pig.
I don't know.
Don't poke the pig.
I'll bang your personal trainer as well. What's his name?
What I want a supportive personal trainer who's like, oh, you're doing all right, love. Keep going. I want like
It's not a personal trainer.
I want a 1980s dinner lady going, oh, don't sweat. You have to wash that
I think
t-shirt.
you want your nan back, don't you?
Many men do.
Do you know what? If VAR porn can get so advanced in the next few years,
VAR.
not VAR.
That's offside time.
Whoa, we're gonna have to rewind that.
Hang
That
on,
dick went in the wrong hole.
12 men on the field.
To be fair, on Saturday afternoon, VAR gave me an erection.
All right, let's not get him angry. What do I mean? Virtual reality.
VR. VAR. Very different things. One is glasses, and you can see whatever you want to see. VAR is reviewing whether something is acceptable by the rules of play. And there's a lot of things your nan did that weren't.
Oh dear.
Make me sad inside. I'd love to have her back, just to be a personal trainer.
Do you think you can get them? You think you get personal nans?
What? Rent a nan?
Rent a nan, yeah.
Rent a nan.
That is a fuck.
All they do is they tell you always look beautiful. They give you the £5.
No, I was just going to give you the £10.
Yes.
And they make you the roast dinner.
And they just go, do you want some toast? My Nana loved doing that. Do you want a biscuit? I was like, Nana, it's fucking 9:10 in the morning. Have a blue ribbon. Have a Fox's Classics. I've never seen... I honestly don't know if Fox's Classics were sold anywhere apart from my fucking Nana's house. I've never seen them anywhere. But they were amazing. Do you remember Fox's Classics?
Yeah.
Just cream, biscuit and chocolate.
Yeah.
Blue ribbon.
Nana biscuit.
Blue ribbon.
Wow. Yeah. You could rent out Nanas, not for naughty, dirty things.
No.
Just
not
to
into that.
Just
like
no.
The old people porn.
But you know what would be brutal? They spend you'd go around to that. You're all right, love. What's going on? Oh well, never mind. That's fine, isn't it? Don't worry. And you'd be like, oh, I feel really good. What would be brutal is when you got an email with the invoice. Hiya, love. It's your nana. I'm going to need that £5 back, and all the expenses.
Are they like robots?
What? No, they're retired actors.
Like you get like a rent a nan robot.
Oh yeah, but that's the future. We're trying to get the country back to work here, guys.
There must be old women who've not got grandkids, and maybe they want to be a nan. So it's like a mutually beneficial thing. So you don't even have to pay them. You're just like, listen, Maureen, come round to ours, make me a roast dinner, and I'll keep eyeing your house up for when you're dead. And we'll both get something out of this.
I would really like it. What do you want, Maureen? Is that what you're going for?
Maureen, yeah. That's a nana name, innit?
Yeah.
Maureen.
What was your nan's name?
You'll never know.
Why?
I'm never saying
Sylvia.
because the abuse that saint,
Norma.
That
it was Norma, wasn't it?
No, that was my mum's name.
Oh, Norma Nightingale.
That saint will never be named. But I'd like a Barbara.
Something ridiculous then.
Well,
I went, no, man, that was my mum's name, and I nearly went, I get all the slags in your family mixed up.
Fucking hell,
Jesus
mate.
Christ. It's so brutal. It's the reason. The only reason he can get away with it is because his mum's dead. If that was literally like two people from an ethnic minority taking the piss out of that ethnic minority, and you're like, oh, it doesn't. And everyone that witnesses was like, oh, that seemed racist. But they're like, you can't touch me. That was the same. He's got license.
Is he not allowed to do mum jokes because his mum's alive?
I prefer him not to.
Yeah, but once his mum dies,
I know the line.
Yeah, but it's true, isn't it? I'll give you, we've got safe passage there. But we never do dad jokes. In fact, that sums up our fucking relationship and how like weirdly abusive it is, but in a nice equal way. Both our mums are dead. It was probably the biggest personal tragedy that either of us have suffered easly. Yeah. Our dads are, we never chat shit about our dads, but our mum's like, your fucking mum's a slag. Fuck you, Norbert. Oh, God. Rent a Nan. I think you could make some fucking money. They'll work for fucking Werther's Originals.
They will.
Yeah.
Have a little tidy up. What are you doing the teeth for?
Because they've got fucking
blowjob teeth.
What?
It's not about that, Carl.
Do you reckon it is better when they've got no teeth? Do you reckon like a gum job?
It has to be, doesn't it? There's no sharp objects in the way.
Oh. How are you getting there though? Have you watched really old ladies move? They've not got the fucking. They're never coming up. They'll fucking die in your lap.
Them down.
They look like translucent as well, don't they? There's too much skin because they've lost too much weight too quick.
Yeah.
Because they stop eating for some reason, old people.
Because they want to die.
You never see a fat 95-year-old, do you?
Oh, no. They're long gone.
Yeah.
Mate, if you pass 80 with meat on, you've had a result.
Yeah.
People should do that. You shouldn't get to 95 and just get there fat and scared.
You can't.
You can't.
Why?
You can't.
Everyone says that, don't they? Like, oh, well, when I get to 80, I'm going to start doing cocaine, heroin. I'm going to fucking live my life. But reality is, you just stay in, watch, like...
If I was given 24 hours to live, I'd try smack.
Deal or no deal. Right. So your last 24 hours is your chance to say goodbye to everyone and you'd be smacked off your tits.
It's easier to say goodbye if you're smacked off your tits. You're not going to be upset because you can fucking see dragons in there.
So basically, you've got 24 hours to live.
Yeah.
You're going to want to see... Who are you going to want to see? You can, your dad, your cousin, your brother, Carl, me, maybe... Let's get a pod in. Come on.
I would do a pod. I'd be more likely to do a pod than go and see my family.
Adam died the next day. That's got to go viral, hasn't it? Give us that.
18 by me.
You can't... When are you fitting smacking? We'll have a little get together. Oh, yeah.
That's what we should do for episode 100.
Smack pod.
Hey, your head falls off with a fucking double espresso. What's it going to be doing?
Time to have some smack with.
You're right, Adam. Do you want to do some banter? Fucking mum.
Can we do
that?
that?
But smackheads only look like that when they're like having withdrawal symptoms.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A smackhead on smack is fucking on fire.
Could you show me? Scene. Show me your smackhead. Let's inject.
I don't think you know.
Here's the heroin. He's no idea. Give me a vein. In it goes. Enjoy your smack, lad.
Smack's a downer.
Not my smack. No. Pod. Give me more.
It's not how it works. That's not how smack works. Like, whoa, I've taken my smack, and now I'm going to apply for a job.
Have you never seen Trainspotting?
Brian's been doing smack for 5 years. He's written 16 novels.
Trainspotting's not a documentary. You fucking idiot. It's different in real life.
You're a silly person. And I don't want you doing smack on your last day.
No, I would though. Wouldn't you? Would you never try to get rid of heroin?
No. No. Have you seen me? I've got fucking... I get addicted
You've tried every other drug under the sun.
confectionery.
Yeah, but I mean terminally ill. You're dead. You've got a month to live. Would you use one of them for some smack?
Terminally ill's different though, isn't it? You've just got a date. If you...
Yeah, but when I say terminally ill, I don't mean you feel sick. They've just gone, right, we found...
Yeah, I know what you mean. You just know that death is tapping you on the shoulder at fucking... Yeah. What time? What time's best to go?
And it's pressing on your thing and it's cutting off your sick and at some point you're just going to turn off. So it's about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know the death tapping you on the shoulder is less weird than you put something up your bum and it's going to press on you and you explode. Yeah. What time of day do you want to go? If you get 24 hours to live.
Just after the chase finishes.
Oh, you've got one of those mouth bombs up your bum from Rush Hour 2.
Yeah.
Another one that they put in
right. So we've
mouth. But it feels good. So you've put it up and you're like,
so excited.
Right.
I love it when he gets excited.
So
did you see him? He came off mic to go, but it is good.
But you're not in pain. You're actually having a good time. Like
you're gonna die. We get it.
In your arsehole.
You get an arse bomb.
And at any point, it could go off.
No, I thought you got 24 hours.
Yeah, you got a month.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
We're all over the shop. This suicide pack's gone fucking loopy.
No, it's not 24 hours. You've got a month with the bum bomb, right?
And you could go at any time.
No, at the end of the month, it's going off.
So you get exactly a month. Yeah. It's like an episode of 24.
Yeah, but it's 31 and it's days instead of hours.
Right, okay, good.
Because we're doing it in July.
Right.
I was waiting for that. So you've got the sun as well.
Oh, you'd be cunted off if you got February. Oh.
Yeah, it'd be shite.
Right, yeah. Well, I might try heroin then, if I've got a month.
Yeah.
But I think 24 hours, I think Laura would be a bit pissed off. We had a nice little get together. I'm just so sad. I wanted to say goodbye. We smacked off his tits in the conservatory. Happy death day to you.
Would you say goodbye? Like that?
Well, I'm sorry.
No, but I mean...
Well, where would you go? Fucking Centre Parks on your own? We've never really taken a booking for one on your own. Yeah, I've got 24 hours to live and I just want to see myself off in an overpriced chalet surrounded by squirrels.
Oh, I hate saying goodbye. Like, I left my mate in Japan. He lives there as well. But the day before I was going home, we didn't say bye. I was like, I'll see you tomorrow. And we planned to see each other in the morning before I went. But we both knew we weren't going to. So see you tomorrow, lad. And then I just went home.
You said goodbye to me when you went. I come to yours.
That was different, though, wasn't it?
Apparently, he had a bit of a connection with his mate in Japan.
You're saying...
What the fuck? We just knew.
Got the bum bomb in, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to say goodbye to your ma. You're just going to go...
Can we bring it back to 24 hours? Because I feel like that adds more pressure. A month, you can get a lot done in a month. You're obviously going to say goodbye to everyone, and you could do Centre Parks, you could do heroin.
No, but I don't think it's that clean cut. I'm asking him.
I'm not spending a day in my house crying on my last day, because that's what you'd be doing.
Well, who would you need to see?
I wouldn't go and see anybody.
Where would you go?
I don't know. I'd do something.
Would you just tell your mum I'm going to Asda and not come back?
She's sad either way, isn't she? So why make the whole last day sad?
Do you know how bad the funeral would be when everyone sat around like, yeah, we're going to miss Carl. And he found out 24 hours before his arse exploded that he had 24 hours to live. But he just fucked off to Alton Towers on his own.
Oh, imagine your arsehole blowing up on Rita and you time it just as if... Whoa! Gone.
You would take people out. I know it about him. No, most people would walk into the fucking woods and just have their arse go in the woods.
Because it's not one of them bombs. It just blows up inside you.
It's an implosion.
And destroys your organs.
Oh, then it's fine. A fucking load of like special needs kids from a school in fucking Burton-upon-Trent are like riding Rita for the first time and they see a Scouse guy explode arse first in front of them. Like, oh my God, it's Rita! Rita! You excited, kids? Bang! It wasn't supposed to be like this!
No, but it's
Adam,
not.
That's how Adam goes.
No, you don't explode. It's just your inside does, and then you just bleed out of your bumhole.
Implode.
Slow's better. As the fucking...
Where would you go?
As Oblivion goes, don't look down. You go, and your arsehole.
To everyone else, it just sounds like a really like runny fart.
So would you spend your last day, Adam?
What an awful way to die.
Adam, would you spend your last day just like, oh, I'm gonna miss you?
No, I wouldn't. But
I'd go Nando's. I'll tell you, I'm not even joking.
And I wouldn't pay. I'd just walk out. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I tell you what, I wouldn't wear a fucking mask. Oh, that'd be good.
I'd get a machine gun.
Matter of time. Yeah, I get a machine gun from my dad's mate, Irish Bill. Fucking him and guns at the moment.
Do you know what I've always wanted to do?
You know, our chances of dying have gone up by about 30% by being in a working relationship with this fucking psycho in waiting.
I'd go to John Lewis and push all the expensive tellies over.
That is actually quite good.
I've always wanted to fucking do that.
Yeah, but you've got to get out.
Yeah.
Because some security guard is literally like, this is what we play for. He wants to pin you down and wait for the authorities.
I'd go B&Q, me and you. We film it as well. Good Patreon content. Get in a trolley each, a brush each, and have a race down the aisles where you use the brushes on the floor to propel you to the trolley.
Yeah, so you'd rather be at home crying, going, oh.
No.
No, I'd
You're winning me over now.
I'd leave a letter for me dad.
Yeah, I'd leave a video.
Saws, bumholes exploding, I'm off.
I'd leave a video. Tell everyone I loved them. Bye.
No, I'd have a Nando's with the family. I'd get them all in, but I'd come from John Lewis.
Yeah.
That sounds proper good. Not even push him over. Just get like something sharp and just go, apa, and just, it's like that. Do you remember that Bill Burr bit about sometimes when he goes out, this is 10 years old, and he goes out with his missus and his missus is like, what are you thinking about? And you should never ask a guy that, because he was just in front of a stall of muffins and he was thinking, imagine if I just started punching the muffins. And I just keep pa, and it would be the moment where the girl working on the muffin store was like, what? Why did you do this? Do I know you? And it would take a while before anyone reacted because they're like, does he own the muffins?
I would go and have shit in the middle of the Apple store.
Yeah.
And not explain it, just and then out.
Victimless crime, innit?
Right. See the geniuses clean that up.
Yeah, exactly.
Brandon!
Yeah. I'd just go and like fuck with people all day.
Oh, no, surely you'd say goodbye at some point.
I'd leave a letter.
I'd leave a video.
Or a videotape.
You'd leave
they've got to put some effort in if they want to watch
You'd
it.
leave a letter. You've got to leave a tweet written all over you.
No, I'd leave a VHS.
One of 3.
Thread.
What's he going? Is he going Insta or is he going Twitter?
I'd leave a VHS so that if they really want the fucking message, they've got to go and fucking try and find a video player from somewhere.
How would you make a VHS?
Oh.
You'd spend half the day working out how to make a VHS.
You can buy an old camcorder on eBay that takes tapes.
That's what you'd do with your day.
I don't know why that was the silliest.
I'll do that day before.
That was the silliest of all these suggestions. Like, we had some fucking stupid suggestions there, but that was one of the weirder ones. I'll make a VHS and then time travel.
I'd
back
scare
to
the
80s.
shit out of people as well. I'd be hiding in that.
Yeah.
Bins. Ah!
Oh, it'd be good scaring kids because it's really not allowed, but...
Yeah.
I'd push a trolley onto the motorway.
I'd trip kids up.
I had some genuinely evil thoughts.
There was a moment there where you were just silent thinking about murder.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, you don't spend your last day crying, you spend it fucking the world.
I never said I'd cry. I just quite like my family. I'd like their memory to be Dad said goodbye. He didn't just fuck off and twat things in John Lewis. Like, don't. Yeah, of course, but you can do both. Like, guys, I love you so much and I'm going to miss you and just remember everything. Etta, when you grow up, don't listen to the fucking podcast. Please don't listen to the podcast. And then I'm off out.
Off out on your last day.
Just to do some business, yeah. Got some things to do.
I'd do a bungee jump.
Would you?
Because I'm scared of them. Like, I want to do a bungee jump, but I can't bear the thought of doing a bungee jump. But if you're going to die anyway, just go for it.
Why don't you do a parachute and then just not pull the cord?
Oh, I could do...
Fuck the bum bomb. Take control.
I'm more into doing a skydive with a parachute than doing a bungee jump. Because when I get like headaches if I'm upside down.
Everyone does.
So like, if I've got to get under the couch, if I've dropped like the remote and I have to reach under the couch and you do the fucking... You go upside down on the couch to get it. It fucking does my head in. And
I don't think that's a good sign for your long-term health, that.
I reckon if I was on a bungee jump, I reckon I'd have a migraine or a stroke or something.
Yeah, so what would you do?
Yeah, your eyes might pop out. I always think about that.
If you were immortal for a week, then what would you do? Like, you can't die.
What?
It's GTA, innit?
No, because you can still get arrested.
Oh, yeah.
You're still a normal person, but like, you're not scared because you're like...
Go and bang everyone in prison as well. Immortal.
Are we doing immortal for a week now?
Immortal for a week.
Right,
like,
it's a very different fucking like question, innit? What happens at the end of
pick fights with people?
Hang on. We've got to get the fucking what's happening. You're made immortal for 1 week.
Yeah, so
what bit of this aren't you
scared of anything?
Yeah, I understand. You need the parameters, don't you?
Like, so like,
and then at the end of it, you're mortal again, or are you dead?
You're mortal. You're back. So like, I'm scared of
if
parachuting,
you sustain,
but you're not because like, I can't die. Fuck off.
If you sustain injuries during that week, are the repercussions after it? Like if I get
You can't
battered,
sustain injuries. It's
No.
like on Heroes, Joe Hayden Panettiere. She's just fucking.
so someone punches me, it's just like nothing's happened.
I mean, you're like, it hurts, but like you don't get like a bruise.
Right. Okay.
Do you know how shit it would be to be immortal but not have like any strength or speed? You'd still just be a shitty, slightly overweight human.
Yeah, but you'd
and then not be able to die.
No, I would defo jump out of a plane there and just fucking land on my feet and start running. Jump out of a plane onto Snowdon and then fucking slide down Snowdon.
Yeah.
Jump out of a plane, right, with a fucking rubber like thing from a water slide. Land on Snowdon and fucking
why Snowdon?
All the way to the ground of Snowdon. And then just do that on a loop for a week.
But on your thousands, lad. Snowdon's the shittest mountain ever.
Everest,
like Kilimanjaro or something. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be fucking amazing if he jumped out of this plane and then just hit the ground and just went into it about 8 feet? It was like, and then just had to awkwardly get out of your little crater. Oh, I thought I'd fucking slide. This popped. Piece of shit.
I'd just like jump in front of tube trains.
Kill people.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would I kill people?
Well, does it just hit you and you're just stuck on the front?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Why not?
Why? No, I mean like...
Because that's the stuff you don't normally get to do.
Yeah, but you're not scared of jumping in front of tube trains, are you?
A little bit. Do you never get that when you're on a train platform? You're like, I'm going to jump here.
That's vertigo,
How bad would it be if you jumped in front of a tube train? A, you've got to go like to somewhere where they've got tube trains. And then because you couldn't die, you just got stuck at the front, sort of under, and you're like, ow, 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 ow. And then some guys from the London Underground were like, mate, are you all right? And you're like, yeah, could you get us out, please? And they had to like awkwardly get you out.
And then you end up in a fucking psych hospital.
Why?
Because you tried to kill yourself?
No, I'll be like, look, there's no fucking injuries on me because I'm immortal for a week.
Yeah, but then...
Yeah. I think, you're immortal for a week thing. I think he's going to get about a day and a half of it and then end up in the psych hospital.
Why would you end up in a psych hospital?
Because you get arrested, mate.
No, but they have to prove you're mental.
Okay.
And if I've been hit by a train and I can still walk, they're going to be like, oh, maybe he's telling the truth.
Okay,
yeah,
imagine,
that's how it works.
Imagine you've been hit by a tube train. Yes. The ambulances and the police are there and you're all right and they pick you up and go, I'm immortal. You reckon they're going to let you walk home?
Yeah. Yes. No, I reckon they'd take you for an evaluation, but then I'd be like, if you don't believe me, test me.
I love it.
Stab me. Go ahead.
Stab me with the blade.
And see if anything happens. I'll break your knife, you daft cunt.
And let him go home. He seems fucking sane.
I love it how Adam's reasoning worked there. He was like, yeah, because, they just get me out and let me go. It's not going to work. Like, they do an assessment and say, yeah, he's sound, this one.
What I mean
tube trains can't kill him.
Do you think they'd just go, oh, there's no injuries on him, but, he still must be talking shit?
So you're not going to be able to live that week, are you? They'd be doing tests and shit.
No.
I mean, like, face the fear.
It'd only take a couple of hours. To get, like, psyche. How long is a psyche, Val?
About 20 minutes.
Quite long when you're like, I'm invincible! Stab me, you cunt!
Dan, what would you do? Because he's an abed. If you, what are you scared of? I'm scared of the sea, mate.
Yeah, I'd
swim to the bottom
of the beach.
How do you swim to the bottom? You don't need to breathe.
Yeah, because you're immortal. You can't die.
Right. But how do you see in the bottom? It's really murky.
Goggles.
I don't think you can see much. It gets pretty murky.
Torch?
No, take a torch with you.
Take a underwater torch.
Yeah.
I'd go swimming with sharks and just batter them all.
You bang out a shark?
Yeah.
Is that what you
Fuck off.
Apparently, if you punch a shark in the nose, it makes them fuck off.
It's true.
Like, if a shark's ever coming at you, most people panic and that's why they get it. But if you're just like...
Yeah.
Well, you have to get him.
Thanks for showing us what a punch was.
I like the way you slipped.
That's the biggest fucking 14-year-old girl punch ever. Like, I just punched them on the nose.
Dan, what are you scared of, Dan?
Yeah, sharks, octopus.
Are you scared of the sea?
Octopus?
Octopi.
What?
Most sea creatures.
Have you ever seen a spider crab?
Yeah.
We saw them in Japan and they are the most terrifying.
I don't know why I'm invincible. Why I'm not going to settle fucking my vendetta against underwater creatures.
No, not me.
This has gone like it's like we smoked weed. This has gone so mad. But I don't know what you're meant to do with the invincibility. I don't know what you're meant to do with it.
Yeah, you're meant to risk. You do the stuff you can't do. Jump in front of the trains. Slide down Snowdon.
No, like do a parachute dive. Fight a man in the street. Stuff that you're scared of doing, but you like...
Get on a skateboard, tie a rope to a van, and get on the M6.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be dragged down most of the M6.
Yeah, it'd be fucking sick though, wouldn't it?
But you got to that after jumping in front of a tube train.
Yeah,
because you can't die.
But the M6 thing this is the best thing ever. Woo!
It's just these
Nothing
two.
getting
It's
hit by a
just
train
these
would be
two
sick.
arguing, isn't it?
Do you not think getting hit by a train would be sick?
You're the fucking not.
Do you not think getting hit by a train would be amazing?
No.
Why?
Just think, where'd you go?
In front of the train?
You were just on the train going, and the driver's like, "All right, mate, you all right?" And the windscreen wiper's like, "Yeah, I'm all right. I'm invincible."
Let us know when we get to Oxford Circus, lad.
Free trains.
Oh God. Not that there's any coming back from that one, is there?
Oh, there's plenty. We'll still talk more. What do you want to talk about?
Octopuses. Octopi.
Carl had a real moment. He was telling me on the way, he had a moment where he realised how ridiculous this job is yesterday.
Job.
Yeah, because Serica's just started working in a primary school, teaching.
His girlfriend.
My girlfriend, yeah, as like a school director. So you learn as you teach.
Yeah.
She was telling me this really wholesome, lovely story yesterday. Like, there was this lad in a class, and before she got there, he was really quiet, and he's got special needs and low on confidence. And she had like 3 hours with just them two. And like she was doing sport with him, and she built his confidence up. And then afterwards, he was like glowing, going around, going, "Say, I did this with Miss. We did all this," and like, like she felt amazing. And I went, "Well, have you seen the video on Twitter where I called Adam's nanas like?"
That's what I did for society.
I'm like,
I think what we do here is the exact opposite of primary school teaching.
Yeah.
I think this is as far away as you... I reckon a bricklayer is closer to being a primary school teacher because they have Lego, they have bricks. But like, this is the opposite, innit? This is the opposite of learning. I feel stupider every time I leave this building.
Yeah, but to be fair, Serica doesn't get all the emails going, "Tell you what, you've really helped my mental health. I've had a rough time." So, weirdly, us being massive bellends is actually having more effect than teachers who are trying to mould young lives. They can only do 30 at a time. We've got fucking thousands, lad.
I got a message today from a girl called Becky, who's one of our patrons, and she said I was having a really bad hangover, and now I feel a lot better because at least I haven't shit all over the bathroom and hid corned beef all around the house. She was like, "Genuinely, you've cured me hangover."
Yeah.
This is what we do here. I have a word. We just make you feel better about your lives because our lives are markedly worse.
Fucking numpties. I would have liked to be a teacher, and I can respect anyone who does that, and that must feel amazing.
I don't think you could be a teacher.
I think you'd be a great teacher.
But I think you'd be a good clown.
Thanks, mate. But I love this. I could never. Once you've made money from this, how do you go back? And not to just harp on the old retraining shit that Rishi Sunak was on about, but does he know what he's fucking talking about? Has he met any comics? Has he watched any podcasts? I don't think so. Because when you've made money from this, it's very hard to be like, "Do you know what? I think I might be a teacher." Like, I don't know how you go back to normal life from this. Like, just with a class of kids going, "Right, guys, what would you do if you had 24 hours to live?" Jamie. You're a fucking knobhead, Jamie. Think about it, lad. Fucking Jamie, you nonce. Your nana's a slag. Stop crying. Fucking pussy.
I think you'd be a great teacher, really organised. You're very organised.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, I'm CRB checked. Haven't touched any kids. Yet? What?
And there's the teaching down the pan, innit? You can never retrain as a teacher now.
What would you teach if you... I'd love to... Honestly, I think teaching... Just a college I liked. I wanted kids that were like, "I want to be here. I'm not going to be fighting some fucking rat."
That was my plan before coming here.
Right.
I was coming home. I was going to be a college teacher.
What did you want to teach?
English.
English, of course. Word number.
I'd teach art, me. I wasn't very good at it, but it's quite easy to just tell people to paint shit, innit?
Yeah. Is it back to painting and decorating, Adam, by any chance? Right, class. What do you want to do for your A-levels? Because I was thinking to do a lovely kitchen wall. Come round my house. We'll do you like GCSE coursework.
No, but
what I want you to do is the hallway and landing.
I reckon.
What colour, sir? Charcoal.
Our teachers have the best job for when they're hungover. Because, like, if you're a maths teacher and you've got to be like, oh, fucking calculus and differentiation and all that sort of Pythagoras, that fucking gobshite, you've got to remember all the stuff. Whereas with art, it's just rainbows, draw rainbows, see us in a bit.
Draw rainbows. Fuck.
You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to set an art task, innit? English, you've got to remember the book or the play or whatever.
That's literature.
Maths,
Shh, that's literature. Don't even
English literature?
Yeah, I'm language, thank you.
Okay. Well, language, you've got to remember all the words and that. And then with maths, you've got to remember all the theorems, all that shit. And then, you know, geography.
Yes, if you can't be asked, it's a DOS lesson, isn't it?
Art, yeah.
Yeah. But if you're good at it, it's amazing. It's incredible.
Paint the person sat opposite you. Bye. You're done for an hour.
It's mad, isn't it? We used to do that. Draw the person next to you.
Yeah. That was a teacher who was on a come down from Beak.
Do you think coked up art teachers? I love colours.
Have I told you about my mate who was doing coke at like fucking 3 o'clock Monday morning? We used to go out on Sundays a lot. And he's like, yeah, I'll put a video on. I was like, oh, the amount of times we used to watch videos.
What were you good at in school, Dan? He's maths, I'm English. What was your bag?
Drama,
but I only did that at A level. I like history. RS wasn't great with maths. Just did okay. Did okay with everything. Science
history's another easy one, isn't it?
But I really enjoyed history. I did art and history for my GCSEs.
I did well in GCSEs and then got kicked out of sixth form.
Did you get kicked out?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I got kicked out after the first year by Miss Bryson, and then I begged me way to come back in.
How'd you get kicked out of sixth form?
I wasn't misbehaved. I wasn't like
You just weren't doing the work.
Just a fucking idiot. I was coming in to like throw stuff at him and.
What did you study? English,
psychology,
language,
psychology.
That's another DOS.
So I got one A level in 3 years, and it was an A star in English. And then the rest I got using because I didn't even bother. I used to come into psychology with him, like throw his pens out the window and stuff, because I was still.
And now you're doing it for a fucking job.
You won't get anywhere in life taking the piss out your mates. Well, fuck you, Miss Bryson.
There is a course at Salford Uni. There's a comedy course, isn't there?
Yeah.
Stephen Trice did it.
Yeah.
When are they starting the podcasting course? Because I think you and I should be the lecturers.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Salford, we know you're not a proper uni. No, sorry, let me start again. Salford, you're one of the greatest seats of learning in the Northwest. Yeah. We are the new kings of the podcast game.
First term.
Yeah.
What is nonce? It is. Second term. What is gobshite?
It is.
Third term.
Do you know how to work a 4K or HD camera and put videos on YouTube? You do? Well, not only are you acing this class, you're also ahead of nearly every podcast in UK
for your
comedy.
dissertation, we need you to subtitle a clip
Adam's also teaching art. If you could see him at his house with charcoal paint, Dan has got your homework with subtitling. All right, lads.
If you're a uni lecturer, can you fuck your students?
No.
No.
You can't fuck anybody who's subordinate to you in any job.
Ooh, subordinate. Oh, you're my subordinate.
Can you not?
No.
But like loads of bars do, don't they? We've worked in bars where
it's technically like abuse of power, isn't it? Like there was one in our school, remember? Do you remember?
What if you end up fucking them, but then you're whipped? It's not an abuse of power because they've got the power.
What's happening? What?
If you're the manager and you of a bar.
Oh, doesn't count. It's not a profession.
No.
You're just a fucking person who makes drinks.
No, but you're the manager.
Come on. It's not a profession, is it?
Whoa.
If you could... Yeah. No, it's not.
No, you're right.
It's not. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so if you run a mecha bingo...
Someone who was a manager of a bar had sex with someone who worked at the bar, who'd have thunk it? Everyone that works in bars.
Well, pick someone else then.
Mecha bingo.
Teaching is different because there's kids involved.
You run a candy floss van. And
Are you allowed to fuck the people who buy candy floss?
No, like one of the women who works...
I'd say it's a bit of a red flag if you want to.
No, like one of the people helping you on the van.
Right.
Is that different?
Do you know what the word profession means?
Yeah, job.
No. You've trained in a profession.
Oh, is it like you got to be qualified for it?
Yeah, but you can get a degree in candy floss at Salford University.
Okay, well then you...
Work hard. Play hard.
Hey.
Here he goes. Things are ticking. What have you got?
Bank manager.
Good. That shouldn't have taken as long as it did. Tinker, tailor, soldier, spy.
And you shag
Yeah.
a woman who, as you walk in, just tells you it's your bidders.
Oh, those fucking iPad nonsense. You're
Yeah.
right, love. Are you putting?
Yeah.
Can you use the machine?
Is that an abuse of power?
Yeah,
If you're the manager.
I don't think so.
it is.
I don't. I think it'll be frowned upon by HQ.
You'd lose your job.
But Christmas
You
parties.
lose your job.
If you found that you was shagging your staff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not very professional.
What if she?
Adam? You know we're taking on an
Seduced ya?
intern. You know what? You know we're taking on an intern.
Yeah.
This conversation is a worry. No. You know what? Yeah. But they
So
want
if we
your
take
dick.
on an intern and she happens to be a girl, and I come in one day and she's got her ass out and she's like, fuck me in the ass, I'm not allowed to.
No.
That's against the rules.
Yes.
Even if she's begging me to fuck her in the ass.
Yeah, we've just set the rule.
Please!
Do you need to crack one out?
No, I'm all right. But what if they're like really asking nicely?
Now.
Where are we? You usually drive in the same car. Adam, fuck me. Carl, set the cameras up. Don't point them at me. That'd be weird.
Look, we promised the patrons extra content and I will deliver. I'm just saying, like, if they ask nicely, it's not different now.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know, I'm not saying
that's fine. But it's because it's not a
Do you really think at the bank?
this is a profession.
Why has he become the
Why is this not a profession?
Because it's not.
Why? This is a profession.
It's not. It's not really.
Why?
It's because you can't train to do it.
It's not.
We have
it's
trained
not
to do it.
in the traditional. No, you've not. What the fuck? You've just done it.
Yeah, but we've done
That's
comedy.
not training.
Stand-up was training for this.
Practice isn't training.
Oh, I don't need a fucking
not-
bit of paper to tell me I'm good at
I
something.
know you don't, babe.
I've got one, like.
I've got a fucking Hot Water Comedian of the Year trophy. It's a tap on a bit of wood, and that means I'm qualified.
Right. I don't know what we're talking about.
But yeah, you can shag the intern, but we don't want you to.
Yeah.
But is it against the law?
No.
No,
it's not
it's
against
just
the law.
no.
Not against any law to shag someone in work. But I mean,
You're not going to get sacked from a bank because it's against the law. It's consensual sex. It's just there'll be company policy. It'll be in your contract. You can't fuck Barbara with the iPad.
Whereas in our school, remember that one?
What happened?
Yeah.
Now, there you go. Now it's juice.
One of our PE
Let's
teachers
not
shagged
name
the
names.
sixth formers.
Shagged all of them.
Every single. So our school was an all-boys school, right?
What?
Until sixth form.
Oh.
And then there was some girls got brought in.
Those girls, honestly, if they had to witness all the times they were wanked about, it would be horrific for them, wouldn't it?
There was a
When you're girls in a sixth form of a boys' school, I don't know if those girls realise they're probably just quite innocent 16-year-olds. There are hundreds of lads like, who's your favourite sixth former? Who's yours?
See,
It's
that's
so...
weirdly, there was like 2 or 3 attractive ones, and most of them just looked like fucking Pokemon, to be honest with you. There weren't very many attractive.
Charizard was there, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But the PE teacher shagged one of the fit ones.
Yeah. There was an orgy at one of the PE teachers' houses.
No, it's gone too far.
There was an orgy.
No, you think there was an orgy, but there wasn't an orgy, was it? Can we get the story from Carl?
There was like 3 PE teachers and the 3 girls.
Oh, what I heard was one of the PE teachers gave another PE teacher the keys to his house to take the girl back.
Right.
I got told they were all there having a
And
party.
the PE teacher who gave
Yeah,
the
but
keys.
does it sound believable, your version of events?
Well, I've believed it for 12 years, so yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
His name was Mr. Beach, and he...
What?
What?
We're not doing names. We've just
Why?
said that.
It's on the Patreon. His name was
I love
Mr.
it. I love
Beach.
it how Adam's literally clung on to the clearly Chinese whispered bullshit version of that.
Do you know what we did that day?
Yeah. No, what I heard was they were making porn, and it was like, and they were like at a porn studio, and the sixth form girls were there. It was like a gangbang, and every one of the
Mr.
teachers
Beach.
and
It
the
was Mr.
deputy
Beach,
head.
wasn't it?
What are you doing?
I mean, yeah, it was.
Why?
But shh.
What's wrong with that?
We went to the shop that day.
Because it's libelous, isn't it?
No, he got found guilty. Like,
Oh, he got found guilty.
yeah.
Right. Could you tell me what happened?
So he was having an affair with a sixth former.
Right.
She was of age. I think she was 17.
Right.
And then it came out. He lost his job, obviously, because that is against the law. And the other teacher who was involved,
Had given the keys
who
to a
had given
place.
the keys, kept his job but got demoted and ended up getting pushed out. We won't say his name. But
He was in a relationship with a teacher at the time as
He
well,
was,
another
yeah.
teacher, and then they broke up.
Yeah. She was a maths teacher, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Everyone went to shop that day to get the newspaper. It was on the front page. His picture. And I got to, I don't know if I went with you. I got to the news agent and he went, "Are you here to buy the Echo, lad?" I went, "Yeah." He went, "You're not having it. Your head teacher's come down and said I can't sell any Echoes to you." because everyone in the yard was going around saying, "Free Mr. Beach. Mr. Beach is innocent," with the echo. Even though he clearly wasn't.
Free Mr. Beach.
Free Mr. Beach.
Have you got to the orgy bit?
His name wasn't actually Mr. Beach. He's taking the piss.
Oh, right. Thank fuck for that. I thought you'd gone mad.
It absolutely was Mr. Beach, and he's lying.
Shut up.
It's the Patreon!
But yeah,
Get away with fucking murder.
It wasn't a rumour. It's not libelous. It was true. He did it. He lost his job. And then we saw him in Potwell, didn't we?
Yeah. Which is a fucking young place for a fired PE teacher to be. Popworld is, you know, freshers. He should not have been anywhere near that gaff. He should have been in the fucking Wetherspoons with everyone else.
Do you reckon he's on the sex offenders register now? Do you reckon that's that? Or do you reckon because she was of age, you don't?
He's so worried. I can feel it radiating off him.
What do you mean? I'm just trying to follow it. It's professional negligence.
Oh, so you don't think it's not against the law, is it? I suppose. Oh, no.
No, I don't think so. I don't know why you'd... It's not... Is it against the law to have sex with a sixth form pupil? I don't see how it could be.
No, maybe not. But it's definitely...
Yeah, it's a sackable offence.
You're a teacher, you've lost your job.
Yeah, totally. You're done. You're not going to get a job, a unionised job.
If I'm a PE teacher, can I shag a sixth former?
No. Do you know my first
Some
day,
of the things you have to fucking
my
Google.
first day of school, Dan, in Carmel, I don't know if you know this. Do you remember Mr. Chadwick?
No.
He was a PE teacher and he was no bigger than me in year 7. Really short PE teacher. And PE teachers didn't wear suits, did they? They wore like tracksuits.
Trackies, yeah.
So I was walking through the yard.
There was a Cardinal Heenan tracksuit, wasn't it? Our school had its own tracksuit that the PE teachers wore.
Yeah, so I was walking through the yard with Danny, first day of school, and I was looking for a class. You don't know where you are, do you? And this person with the back to me, small, wearing a trackie, I thought it was another pupil. So I went, "Hey mate, which way is maths?" And he turned round and he grabbed me by the scruff of the neck and pushed me against the wall and went, I'm not your mate. I'm your teacher. Don't you ever call me mate. First day of year 7, you're terrified. I was like, was that normal? Is that what happens? And then...
it sounds like Coach Carter.
Yeah,
I'm not your teacher. I'm your new basketball coach.
I went home and told my granddad, and he was like, well, we're going to go down to the school. My granddad wanted to kill him. And I made him apologise to me. If I would have gone back, I'd have got him sacked. Because you can't be doing that.
Why didn't you just listen to me, shithouse?
Because I was like this.
First day of year 7, you got pinned up against the wall.
Because I called him mate. I went, "Hey mate, which way?"
Good God. Yeah. You're little babbers at that age, aren't you?
Yeah. I was little, scrawny, fucking...
With your fucking big blazer and your...
Don't call me mate.
Was your school a little bit feisty then?
Yeah, it was all right.
It wasn't the feistiest in the area, but it was...
Was it pin at a year 7 against the wall feisty?
No.
Or did you just...
That was an isolated incident.
Fucking,
oh no, Mr. Newton did fucking choke slam Bedo, didn't he?
There's other reasons for that.
Yeah.
Out of context.
Bedo, we mentioned the
It's
other day.
hard to follow some of these memories.
Why?
I don't know. I seem a bit
scatty today. You seem like a bit like fucking a tennis umpire.
I feel like
it's very easy. Mr. Newton choke slammed Bedo. What's so hard to understand?
I feel
about
like
that?
I don't know. I just feel I found it hard to follow some of this.
Doesn't matter what your name is. Is that him?
No. That's
Rock
Stone
Bottom.
Cold.
Yeah.
That's a long story that ended sad, so let's not tell that one.
Yeah.
Your school was a bit more dramatic than mine.
Yeah. Mr. Brown got battered as well, remember? After school.
No.
Yeah, 6 1 punched him in the face. Because he was playing
Science, Mr. Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was dead sound as
Maybe
well, Mr.
it was
Brown.
Scotty
He took us
Ashton.
for the pint, you know.
I feel like I'm at the pub having a pint. Just listening to Memory Lane. And then Bedo got chokeslammed and then your mum got fingered.
Was your school lovely? Did you go to a mixed school?
Yeah, Asians, the lot. I went to an all-boys school, pretty like yours, all boring, sort of C of E grammar school. Can't remember, like physical violence, teacher to pupil.
There was quite a lot in our
Yeah.
school.
Now you've mentioned it.
Yeah, now that you bring it up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I keep doing that.
I remember once watching a Down syndrome kid choke somebody out for 15 minutes. An entire break time, and everyone just watched. That's true.
And then I'm back in the room. I really feel like we went round the fucking houses and I got a bit bored.
Yeah, you could tell.
It's boring.
You seemed all pissed off at one point.
That was getting boring, but this
Yeah.
is fucking great.
Yeah, he choked him out in the bottom of
Was it Yusuf or Swiss now?
No, stop doing that. Tell me the full story properly.
So we had 2 Down syndrome lads in our year, and they were both very, not big, but like the strong, aren't they?
I'm so into it. You've got me.
The strong, aren't they?
Right.
Like, and the bulletproof because you can't hit them.
Invincible.
Yeah.
You always see him on trains.
Go on.
No, but you can't hit them, can you? Like, if you hit them, you're fucked.
I mean, morally,
Yeah.
legally.
Do you know what?
Nah, you can't.
Genuinely though, like even the absolute cunt bullies in our school were like protective of these 2 lads.
Yeah.
Like everyone was sad about them, and if anyone was ever like rude about them to their face, even like the hard bullies be like, "Don't fucking dare talk to him like that."
Yeah, because that's called being a good person, isn't it?
Yeah, being a good bully.
Come on.
These were fucking...
If you're picking on kids with Down syndrome, the special need kids, you're a fucking animal. Even the hard lads know what's right and wrong.
Yeah, but they were choking people out and stuff.
All right, well then it gets interesting, doesn't
Like,
it? Go on, tell the story.
The bottom of RD, do you know where the stinky bogs?
Yeah.
The smelliest toilets in the world.
Right.
There's just a little square and the teachers wouldn't go there because it smelled that bad. I can't remember who it was.
This is like a no man's land because of the fucking drainage issues.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We couldn't explain the smell. How
Right.
bad was it?
It smelled like someone had pissed on a shit and then smothered it all over the wall.
It was...
Like a big night out for you then.
And you know the 15-minute break you get, not the big break, the little one?
Yeah.
For some reason, I walked along and he had some kid in a chicken hold.
So you didn't know what had started it.
No, he probably just grabbed
Get
him.
the mic near you.
He probably just grabbed him off the street. And there's just like...
Oh, it's just it's a mad, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's just got
It's
hold
like
of
a
him.
Down syndrome sniper attack.
Yeah.
Carry on with the story.
Yeah. So he's just choking him out, and there's a crowd round, not even cheering,
Yeah.
just watching.
Yeah.
And then break finish.
Not even cheering. They weren't even cheering, Dan.
Yeah.
He shit in the pool once as well.
He did, yeah, he did. He was a lunatic, wasn't he?
He was disabled. That's what he was. He wasn't a lunatic.
No, but I mean, like, there was 2 boys with Down syndrome.
He did attack a lot of people, James. Yeah.
Stop naming people.
I didn't say his surname.
Okay. But yeah, he was bulletproof, strong, and
What happened in the fight?
just dropped him, went back to lesson.
Yeah. Like
15-minute.
the bell went for the end of the break and he just let him go.
And after
Not
that,
even messing though.
and after that, there was 3 disabled kids.
Yeah. You didn't mess with them because you were going to get fucked by the hard kids, like Adam said, or you were going to get expelled.
So they were like made men.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
But you didn't know.
Oh, God. That was a really weird trip down memory lane. Shall we have an interval?
Probably.
Yeah.
We've done an hour, haven't we?
Have we?
Nearly.
No.
53 minutes.
Oh, shit, I'm not turning it off.
What's happening, guys? If you love this podcast and you really want to support us, you can go to haveawordpod.com. You can get yourself some merch, something like this hoodie, something like that t-shirt. There's plenty of stuff for you to go and have a look at there. There's also links so you can buy tickets to the Have a Word live shows and also tickets to mine and Dan's tour shows if you want to come and see us do stand-up. That's all at haveawordpod.com.
Starship, we're meant to fly.
What we got?
David Foster says, hi, just listening to your latest pod. If you're looking for a venue for a gig, I can provide a coach and driver with a microphone, DVD player, and the ability to host up to 50 people, in brackets 30, social distanced. Don't know if what the law is, if the venue's moving, but that's from David.
Oh my God.
I don't think there's a specific law between... I don't think you can just put 30 people on a bus. But then again, the planes.
What?
Got me mic off.
Oh, sorry, mate. Go on. But if we're looking to do a gig, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, could you imagine that? The bullshit, an actual bullshit bus. an actual bullshit bus with us doing a gig on the bus.
What's weird at the minute though is that like all the gigs are sound, aren't they? Like even with the lockdown, even in tier 3, comedy clubs are fine.
I love that.
Weirdly,
I love that Hot Water were like, fuck off.
Yeah, and like other places, like if Manchester goes into tier 3, the Frog and Bucket are staying open.
Yeah, because they're entertainment venues.
Gigs are fine. It's really fucking strange. The rules are just... So I don't think we need a bullshit bus at the minute because there's bullshit comedy clubs.
Can we add it to the post-Rona list of... We are developing this dream tour. I want to add the bullshit, an actual bullshit bus.
I've got a feeling by the time that the Rona's over, which on paper is now looking like 2023, I think we're going to have to do big theatres for the tour.
I thought you were going to say a bigger
and
bus.
Your garage and that bus might have to be Patreon exclusive shit.
Oh yeah, I'm not telling the patrons for fucking
a
nothing.
moving gig would be fucking amazing.
P.S. It's £10 patrons only on the actual bullshit bus. If we've got so few fucking spots. We have a question from Dan. Says, all right, Alan, Dave, send your call, you bunch of nonsense. Got a question about agents in the comedy entertainment industry. I threw entertainment in there because I suppose they don't just do comics, but actors and singers. Actually, they just do comics in our world. I know Adam has spoken a little about his agent, and I'm sure as good as a comedian Dave is, he must have one too. He just hasn't mentioned it. I haven't got one. We know sport agents and football particular are a bunch of rats, sometimes pulling their clients out of transfers because they don't get what they want. Are they rats in comedy as well? What has been your experience with agents? And without going into detail about your current agents, how do they make you money? Do they get a percentage? So Dan's basically getting in the nuts and bolts of comedy.
Wants to be a fucking agent, doesn't he? Well, I love my agent, and it's not actually true that they just have comedians, because my agent also represents the poet John Cooper Clarke.
Yeah.
It's quite weird, isn't it?
Most comedy agents, pretty much, bar a couple of anomalies, will do, like the big ones are the London-based ones, Off the Curb, Avalon, Hannah Chambers.
But Off the Curb have Jonathan Ross, who's also a presenter.
Yeah, they do.
Never really been a comic.
Yeah, but most of their roster is comics.
Yeah.
So
totally.
they have some anomalies. They'll have some weird, like all of those ones, all of the big ones will have someone who be like, oh, they're really more of a sort of presenter mixed bag, but it's basically just comics, isn't it? You don't know, not a lot of agents, big comedians that you know are not represented by agents who also have like the fucking Bee Gees and like, do you know what I mean? Like Chris Evans.
Yeah.
I think the most, in entertainment, you do branch off. There'll be a little bit of crossover, but like there'll be radio presenter agents. There'll be singing agents. There'll be pop.
I had
pop
a voiceover agent that I had to leave when I signed with me because my agent is all encompassing. So I can't have another agent with the agent I've got unless like it's specifically agreed upon for the specific contract.
Yeah.
But in general, if you sign with my agent, you sign for acting, voiceover, everything.
It's all in.
Yeah. And my agent makes money, like, talking about like pulling them out of transfers and stuff. Like, if I get an inquiry for a private gig, I am contractually obliged to pass it on to my agent. All my comedy club work, when I do Hot Water, the Frog and Bucket, the Glee, the Comedy Store, all of that, I handle all of that myself. And I wouldn't have it any other way because I want to pick where I'm gigging and when and who I'm gigging for often and all that sort of stuff. And I don't have to pay any commission on that. But any private inquiry for like corporate gigs, after dinner stuff, company parties, anything like that, I'm contractually obliged to give to my agent. And that means that often I get like a message saying, we really want to book you for our thing. And then it goes to my agent and I never hear back. And that's because that person's probably not got the budget that my agent... So there's like a minimum fee.
You're basically like doing a tiered... So, some agents do everything.
Yeah.
They actually don't want their acts doing any of their self-management. You've got like you do the day-to-day, the circuit, and then basically pass a threshold. That's when your agent gets
500
involved.
quid. If I get an offer of above 500 quid, I'm contractually obliged to pass it on.
And then they just take a percentage. I know what Dan's on about because in film and TV, agents have been portrayed. It's almost like a common trope, isn't it? Like the Ari Golds from Entourage, that they're like aggressive, cunty, fucking RC, and football agents have been portrayed like that. But in stand-up, you might have a few bulldogs as agents who fucking get the job done, but they are usually great to work with.
There's some amazing stories of the former, the guy who founded Off the Curb, Addison Cresswell. When he passed away, the amount of stories that came out about, like, I heard a story that he said to Dave Johns, who we both know quite well, old, he's in his 60s, he's a Geordie comic.
He's the star of I, Daniel Blake, if you saw that film.
The benefits film from a few years ago by Ken Loach. But at one point, he said to, apparently this is all hearsay, but Addison said to Dave Johns, I'm going to make you a fucking star, but I need to know that you think you can be one. Tell me you're a star. And Dave goes, I'm a star. And he goes, tell me you can be a star. He went, I can be a bloody star. And he went, no, you can't. You're too old, you can't. There's loads of stories
That is like the most British version of show me the money. Say it, baby. Say it, Jerry. Say it, Jerry. Show me the money. No, fuck you. You ain't getting any money. You're British.
Yeah. There's so many of those stories. Some of them we can't even tell on the Patreon because they are libelous.
But basically, agents that work in the comedy industry, some of the big dog owners like Addison, like Hannah Chambers, some of the big dogs, they're your agent, but they're not really your agent. They're not the person you're ringing and speaking to all the time. There's then people who are your agent who work for the person whose name the company is, and they're the person you're dealing with most of the time. And honestly, some of the nicest, soundest people, amiable, professional, fun, they're into comedy, are those people. Like, when I meet other people's agents, I'm like, I quite like them as a mate. They seem dead sound.
So I have a two-tiered thing at my agency. So Christian Knowles is my manager. And my day-to-day manager is Jen Littlewood. So if my phone goes and it's Christian, either it's great news or I'm in trouble.
Because it's the big boss. Not you. It's the big boss of the company, not your big boss. But it's about to go down or up.
It's either you are going to be so famous or take it down. Yeah. Like, I got in trouble a few years ago when I won Dave's Best Joke at the Fringe. And so Kelvin McKenzie, I had a publicist at the time, because you hired a publicist for the Edinburgh Festival, a PR representative. And most of, when you get that, when you win Dave's Best Joke, the trophy's up there, you do so much. The media day is fucking, you were there. It's fucking.
You told us about it when it's just one after the other, after the other,
it's
after
not
the
even
other.
just that, though, because that was when I was just sat in the booth. The phone kept going. At one point, the phone went, and he went, who is it? And I went, it's Eamon Holmes. And it was Eamon Holmes. I wasn't even lying. Eamon Holmes was on the phone.
We were sitting on the bed in, like, house, just, like, short, scruffy, probably hungover, and his phone went. He went, hang on, lad. I paused for then. He was like, I went, who is he? He went, it's Eamon Holmes, lad. And I went, no, it's not. And he went, hang on. And it was fucking Eamon Holmes.
That's how you know your mate from fucking school's doing all right. When you go, who's on the phone, mate?
Eamon Holmes.
Is it Benno? No.
But, so
sorry.
Kelvin McKenzie, who was the editor of the newspaper that shall never be named during the Hillsborough disaster, he's now got his own radio station, and he has the Kelvin McKenzie Show. I hate even naming him, on that radio station. And his producer got in touch and said, Adam, congratulations on winning Dave's Best Joke. We'd like to invite you on to the Kelvin McKenzie Show today to talk about winning the award and to talk about the joke, and you can plug your tour and all that sort of stuff. Now, he should have gone through my publicist, but they just sort of seen I'd found my contact info and come to me. And I just replied and said, I'll never work for Kelvin McKenzie. The cunt should be in prison or something like that. Best regards, Adam Rowe.
And just to let you know, that's my colours on the fucking mask. A mast. Amazing.
And I screenshotted both of those emails and tweeted it. And the phone goes and it's Christine going, take that down. I was like, no, I won't. No. Mel Brown, who was my publicist, was, Adam, darling, you can't fucking do this. It's my fucking job to manage. Do you know how powerful that man is? You're really going to be in trouble. And then we found out that the newspaper that shall not be named, every other newspaper reported that win so, like, lovely. Like, oh, this joke, and it's a shite joke. I hated winning it with that joke. It was a joke. So the joke that won Dave's best joke was, I can never work at the job centre. You can't work somewhere knowing that if you get fired, you've still got to go in the next day. That was it. Yeah. And the only reason it was in my show, first of all, the first time I did that joke was comparing. I went, what do you do for a living? Someone went, I work in the job centre, and I was like, I couldn't do that. Imagine if you get fired and you still got to go in.
Big laugh.
And I was like, right, I'll keep that.
I've written a fucking good joke.
So
I love it when you come up with stuff like that and it happens and you remember it.
But it's not a totally original idea. I didn't know that, but there's been versions of that joke in the past.
But to be fair, every joke that has won the best joke of the Fringe is A, not the best joke of the Fringe, but B, the format and the formula has to work in reading it in a publication. It's always those, and you're like, is that the best joke of the Fringe? Of course it's not. The best bit of the Fringe is like a long story or something, like a creative bit, or like an observation, an idea dissected, or even like an original quip. But that doesn't mean it's going to win that. It's basically a publicity stunt, the best joke of the Fringe, isn't it? When you won it, I saw you on fucking BBC Scotland. I was like, what a win. It's great if you win it. But I remember you telling me, like, lad, it's not even a good
BBC Breakfast.
It's not even one of the better jokes.
I was on BBC One. I was on Good Morning Britain. I was on all of it, on everything. That's how my dad found out. I wasn't allowed to tell my dad. My dad found out because he turned the fucking telly on and I'm sat there talking to fucking the one before Piers Morgan come in. Fucking ridiculous.
And then every year it's like, well, actually, that joke's from someone else's thing 15 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Hell.
So the Telegraph reports
every year
this, and the newspaper that I will never name is basically got told they're going to run a story tomorrow that you've stolen this joke, and I was like, right, okay. And I was flapping. I was like, it's just fucking disgusting. And then Mel was like, we need to put a statement out. And I went, okay, we'll put this statement out saying, look, whatever. Sometimes there's parallel thinking with jokes. What annoyed me about it, I'll tell you that in a minute anyway, about winning with that joke, but we put it out and they still ran the story. And then Chortle, which for those who don't know is like a comedy industry website, which has given me some good reviews in the past. And the guy who runs it, Steve Bennett, is often derided by a lot of certainly working class club comics because he's been known, or not known, but it's been sort of touted in the past that he gives working class club comics a tough time in his reviews.
I don't know where that idea has come from.
And so he ran a story saying Adam Rowe accused of stealing this joke, quoted all of the newspaper that shall not be named, and then said, speaking to that paper, Adam Rowe said this, and I rang Mel fuming. I was like, I didn't speak to them, and I never would, so get him to fucking change that now. So she got them to change it to in a public statement, because I just couldn't have that. You just, like, it's not even about reading it or buying it. You don't speak to them. You don't acknowledge them in Liverpool. It drives me mad when people like from Liverpool tweet like one of their front pages with like, aren't they disgusting? It's like, that's what they fucking want. You stupid cunt. Yeah. Pretend they don't exist. That's how you boycott them.
Literally boycott, cancel.
Yeah.
Don't
sharing their images and their logo is or just saying their name. If we said it on this podcast, that actually helps them because they've got algorithms that can find parts of the internet where they're being spoken about and stuff. I was like, I didn't fucking speak to them. That drove me mad. But the most annoying thing about that joke, it was only in the show to relieve the tension in a routine. It was the route on the last, was it the last Patreon episode I talked about the terrorism stuff? Right. So I did that in that show. And the way I did it was like, you know, there's a lot of prejudice in the world and it's actually natural and it's about how you deal with prejudice that actually makes who you are as a person. And I spoke about the terrorism stuff, which is stuff that had happened to me years ago. Not happened to me, but stuff that I did years ago and my behavior and whatever. And I was like, and I've seen it in other people. For example, I grew up with parents who were on benefits, so I've seen the benefit system and the way those people treat people on benefits as if they're all one thing. It's disgusting because they treat everyone as if they're just lazy, money-grabbing, like dough-lights who are just like, oh, I just want all the government money. A lot of people actually want to work and they're treating everyone the same way and it's disgusting. And I was using a parallel to draw my behaviour towards the Muslim community with the way people who work in the benefit system treat people on benefits. And that was about a 5-minute routine that for 5 minutes, there wasn't many attempts at a big laugh. There's a couple of little sprinkles to keep it funny, but it needed something to take. I'd put a lot of tension into the room and it needed something to take it out. So that joke was there for that reason. So I'd be like, I'd basically had a go at people who work in the job centre for a couple of minutes and then said, having said that, I could never work there. Because imagine working and you got to get fired. And you
which is great, which is good comedy, isn't it? Especially Edinburgh Festival comedy, where you've got, and if you've never been to the Fringe, you might never get to go. But one of the most amazing things, when we're at a comedy club, where like someone's going, can you do 20 minutes? Can you do 25? Can you do 30? It's fucking 10:30 at night and you're fighting attention span. Carl used to work in Baby Blue. Christ, if you're in the 22nd minute, you're on borrowed time on a Friday night. At the Fringe, it's an hour. So to fill that hour, you've got time on the ball. It's like no one's coming in for a tackle. That's the best analogy for it. Like Friday and Saturday night, someone is about to 2-foot you in the fucking torso after about 5 seconds of dribbling. At the Fringe, everyone just lets you do whatever you want. And because of that, you get to really explore bits. But that's a great comedy technique, isn't it? To go, I'm going to talk about something that's maybe difficult to hear. It's maybe difficult to write. It's good stand-up, but as a little pressure release, like a valve release, I'm going to do that funny little joke at the end.
Yeah.
So the joke isn't a standalone joke, really, but stuck in a paper, it's just like Adam does quips about, like and one-liners almost.
What it did, it was I didn't enter that joke into that competition. It wasn't like I submitted it pre-Fringe like
How
this.
do they do that then?
So as far as I'm aware, I don't really know. I've never really asked. But I got told they go and watch a lot of shows. They don't go and watch every show. But, like, Edinburgh's a rigged game. And we can say that.
So you've got PR. You're in a bigger room.
I've got an agent. I'm in a fucking 150-seat room.
Which is a big room in
Edinburgh. Like, most people are between 50 and 100, really. I'm in a 150-seat room. My agent's a good agent, well-known in the industry. My publicist, Mel is a lunatic, but she's your lunatic if you pay for her. You obviously don't like her. She's been nothing but amazing for me. And she got people into those shows. The amount of reviews I got, she fucking worked her ass off. She did the job I paid her for. Publicists get a tough time from comics, and fucking rightly so, 90% of the time. But she did a lot of good work for me. So what happens is they bring the Dave people, as far as I'm aware, or they submitted themselves pre-Edinburgh. But I would have had to write the joke out, and I don't write anything down. So I think they'd come and see it and gone, right, we'll enter that into the list or whatever.
So basically, it's almost like they're sending people out to write down can you get from these shows, is there one good joke that's about 40 words long or 30 words long?
Yeah, a one-liner. It's always a one-liner that wins it. But I don't do one-liners. The only reason that one-liner was in the show was because it needed to be, to remove the tension from that bit. It's a very sort of, as you say, an Edinburgh Festival style show skill or whatever to go, here's a load of tension, now watch me get it out the room. In that final week, my show, the second I won that award, the whole run sold out. Like within half an hour. The week's gone. 150 seats a day. We added 2 extra shows in a bigger room. Just gone. My room for that last week was full of people who read the Telegraph, who are expecting a one-liner comedian.
The dream.
Who are expecting a one-liner comedian and who already know that joke.
Oh, amazing.
So, I still had good shows. That show was good that year. But what would happen was, that joke was about 45 minutes into the show. So you're getting like 30 minutes in and they're like, is he going to do the joke?
Oh, God.
You could just feel it. And then I do 5 minutes of tension-inducing, articulate speech is the right word, about terrorism and the benefit system. And then, to remove all the tension that I put in, I did a joke that everyone in the room already knew. And you sort of watched the whole room, like, it got 3 different reactions. There was 2 days in that final week where they went, yeah, we already know it, but fair enough.
Oh, that's so bad.
There was a few days where they went, way, which is the worst thing in the world.
Like they've been waiting for it. Like they're doing like your punchline bingo. Like, I've just got to get the fucking job centre house. Oh, yeah. That's so annoying.
And there was another day, one of the days, they literally just went, yeah. Like, that's why we came.
Oh, God.
It was a really weird last week.
Yes, if you're at the leading comedy festival in the world and you are filling your gigging diary by waiting to see who's won the joke of the Fringe and then going and watching it like a weirdo, like, this is what I'll watch. Like, it's just such a weird, like, way of, such a mainstream way of looking at such an exciting alternative festival.
It was really...
Where did Christian come into that?
What do you mean?
Your agent.
I don't know what you mean.
All right. I thought we were building up to, like, I thought Christian was going to come in and fucking...
No, I don't know what you
Weren't
mean.
we talking about agents?
That's how we started, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's gone off on a tangent since
Oh,
then. That was
right.
about an hour and a half ago.
I thought you were going to be like... And then my agent came in and fucking fixed it. I was like, I need an agent. I don't have an agent. I was with someone who was dead sound and we worked together for ages. And then, I've been a little lone ranger since then. And it's fine.
Just had a message from my ex-girlfriend there, because when I took your dog to be euthanized, I didn't pay for parking, so I've got to pay 110 quid. Because I took it in her car.
I mean, could you have not used the word euthanized?
I thought as a word nonce, honestly, we know Adam, we love him. He could have gone in so many different directions with the description of what happened to your dog when you were in Japan and he had to go with your mum to have the dog put down. He could have gone a lot fucking harder than euthanized.
Yeah, but I'd have fucking punched him in the face. He knows I would.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Nans and your dog are off the table?
Nans aren't off the limit.
Nans aren't off the limit.
Mine is.
My dog is.
No, you don't think she
She's
is.
off the table now and in the ground. She used to be bent over the table taking pipe, bro.
But yeah, my dog's off
I
the
don't know
table.
if you can hear me. Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it? 110 quid. I've had such a good week with paying for stuff.
So your ex has got in touch and gone, did the fine come through?
Lad, do us a favour. Ring. It's called Adam's Vets.
Yeah.
Because when you go in, all you do is you type your reg into their computer.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah, they did that.
You couldn't go in because...
But they said they were going to do it.
Tell them then. Because you couldn't go in because it was social distance and it was shut. So you tell them that and the final go. That's bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't worry, lad.
Fucking garbage, that. What have they got a fine in my car from fucking 3.5 weeks ago? I'm waiting till the fucking 28th day.
What fine?
So I parked in town overnight.
Oh, yeah, the Sunday morning
a couple
fine.
of weeks ago. So I got a ticket for it. And it's gone past the 2 weeks now because I just was pissed off, so I just didn't pay it. You know, in that first 2 weeks where it's half price, I just fucking didn't do it. Like a fucking gobshite. So it's now full price, but I'm waiting for the 28th day so that the fucking little fine nonsense there going, oh, he's not going to pay that. He's not going to, and then we're going to get fucking 300 quid off him. And right on the last fucking minute of the last fucking day, I'm going to drop the fucking 50 quid in and be like, ha 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 ha.
Well, I love how in Adam's head there's like a fine nonce, like, I know everyone who's got the 28-day limit today. I think it might be a computerized system, but I like how your head works.
Oh, there's a fucking gobshite sat there with a fucking erection just ready to spaff when I go over the fucking 28 days.
You'll forget.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I'm so glad that he's admitted that about himself. There's so much chance that you'll be like on the 29th day, like, oh, fuck. And the nonce is like, fuck you, Ado. This one's from Jack Plasandropus.
Wow.
Yeah. Is it Greek? Is it made up?
Sounds like a sea creature.
A Plasandropus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful flower. I have them in the back garden. What's up? Love the podcast.
It sounds like he's saying plus Sandra puss, as in like I'm shagging her. Plus I've got Sandra's pussy.
Plasandropus. That isn't a real name, is it?
Yeah.
Plasandropus.
It's Greek. It's Grecian.
Is it Grecian?
Yeah,
it's Grecian. What are you doing? No, don't read it. Wait till I read it.
Adam would say Greek there, wouldn't he, Dan? But we go Grecian.
That's why. Have you noticed I've started turning this slightly?
Why would you say Grecian instead of Greek?
It's nicer, isn't it?
Yeah. Euthanized.
That was too cold.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When he got sleepy timed.
Yeah.
How did they do
Not
it?
too cold. I thought it was I thought as a fucking linguine, you'd have loved that.
No, I understood why you used
A
it.
linguine?
Yeah.
But there's better ways of saying it, wasn't there? You could have just said, when me and my mum, me and your mum took Louis, I'd have got it.
Yeah.
You didn't have to say...
But the listeners wouldn't have.
They don't need to, do they?
No. But it's done now. So just get over it.
I'm over it, but I hope the
Van
fans...
Dijk's out for the season, so fucking shut up.
Fucking too late.
What's up? Love the podcast. Keep it up. Just a would you rather for you. Would you rather never come again, or when you did, a small child came out and you had to fight it? I don't care how you say your name, but I love how your fucking head works, Jack. You absolute lunatic. You get to never jizz again, or when you jizz, you're like, ugh, and then a little child crawls out,
do you still need to
grows
jizz?
big and fights.
Do you still need to jizz?
That's you're very much on your mind, isn't it? When we do these
one of these
things.
ones, yeah. Because if you don't feel the need to jizz, have you ever just got to the end of the day and you haven't needed the wank, and you're just like, I was sound, didn't need it.
It's weird when it happens. I'm like, I get in bed and I'm like, good night then.
Yeah.
Instead of being like,
Exactly. So if there's no need for it, then I can fucking crack on with my life. But if I need to wank, I'm fucking wanking.
right.
There's nothing getting in my way. If there's
Even the fighting children that come out.
yeah, I'd rather fight a child than never come again.
No context. No context. Have a word.
I'd rather fight a child than need to come but not be able to.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than needing to come.
Also, I think it would be really difficult having any fight naked with an erection. You know, like 11 o'clock in your bedroom.
It's only
and
a
then
small child.
All of a sudden he's like, I'll fucking kill you.
No, but right.
And
it's
he's
a
coming
sm-
out. He's,
It's a small child.
Could you jizz in a room loads and keep shutting the door?
That is how you bastard.
So there's just loads of little jizz kids in there. I'd do that. I'd jizz in a room and I'd shut the door.
yeah.
Imagine bringing a bird back there.
Don't go in there. It's full of jizz kids. You want to fight?
Full of fighting children.
Could you imagine? Imagine how stressful it'd be. You're like, God, I'm really horny. It's been a week, and they keep knocking on the door, but I need to. And then you're like, yeah, I need to get this done. And then you're like trying to time it so you're about to come. And then as you're about to come, you have to open the door and stop them coming out. I think it might ruin wanking.
I think if
like
you
when-
can hear 100 children trying to get out of a room, it'd be quite hard to come. I'm just putting that out there.
It's like when
Also,
you used to
I
lock
think-
the butler in the freezer and Tomb
Tomb
Raider.
Raider. Yeah.
Just loads of butlers.
Can I just say, because I never played Tomb Raider, that reference felt pretty random. But I get it as part of a computer
So
game.
on Tomb Raider. with
But
Lara
in my
Croft-
head, Lara Croft's wanking a fucking butler out of a...
No, well, there's just a butler walking around the house, but you
He'd
could lock him
follow
in
you.
the fridge.
He'd follow you everywhere.
He'd follow you everywhere, so you'd walk into the fridge and then walk out quickly and shut the door.
Right.
And he's stuck in the fridge.
Was
then.
that famous Tomb Raider like bit of fun?
That's the most famous.
It's like
Tomb Raider.
GTA when you killed a prostitute.
It's like GTA when you drive around, stopping at the traffic lights and just driving around legally.
Did you ever do that?
All the time.
Just have
Just bored one day, just go for a drive around San Andreas.
just exist around San Andreas,
Yeah.
Did you know the streams that you can do that?
right?
So people get jobs, so they mod it. So you can be a paramedic in GTA, and your job is if someone gets hurt, you've got a job, and you go home and go to, it's like The Sims, but it's GTA.
And people are living through that.
People, there's like whole societies. of
Find a
people.
park, go for a walk, little GTA walk, have a little sit down in the park. It's like going to the park without leaving your house.
Yeah. And people get addicted to it, don't they? Because they're good at it.
Yeah.
They're not good at living in the
I'm
real
really
world.
good at going to the park.
Yeah. Are you one of the best ones?
I'm one of the best to go in the
Yeah.
park, mate.
On your own, or do you take which kind of park? Like adult park, not the kids park.
Depends.
Adult
Alright,
park
okay.
sounds great.
I think if people listen to the jizz children in a cupboard, I don't think you'd be welcome at many parks. What would you?
But yeah, I'd rather fight a child.
What if you were seeing someone and you came little men that fought you?
What, inside them? And she had to then give birth to the child.
Something doesn't feel right. Fucking hell, love. I'll deal with you in a minute. Right, Dad. Oh,
So I've come a baby
Jack,
into her.
look
and
what
then
you
the baby-
started. No, it's not a baby. It's a little fighting child.
Yeah, but doesn't it like start as a baby and just like grow really quickly?
Hell, lad, come on.
No one can. Yeah.
Oh, was that too far, was it?
Common babies, yeah.
Come in fighting children.
Everyone
It-
comes
do you know what?
babies. Literally everyone comes babies.
He's like a philosopher. For some reason, jizzing little fighting. You know, have you seen the Notre Dame logo from American College. It's like a little fighting Irishman. I feel like my little fighting child would be Irish. They're like like the gypsy call-out videos.
Yeah.
Come on now. Hey, Davey, you want to come round here, I'll fucking kill you. Don't you come round here. And you're saying about me, I had 15 fights when I was fucking 9.
I think mine would be Geordie. I could fight yours as well.
Do you think your fighting jizz could beat my fighting jizz?
I reckon my Geordie fighting jizz smash your fucking Irish fighting jizz then.
I've got gypsy fighting jizz.
I do not care. I'm from Newcastle upon Tyne. You are going down. Down and dead.
I reckon yours would be the Down syndrome kid from our school.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely win. Dead strong.
Lyndon Bow says, who would win in a fight, Dan or Michael McIntyre? That's a question from Lyndon Bow. Dan can tap in Adam. It's a tag team.
Oh.
Right, listen. Dan can tap in Adam. There's no fighting jizz. It's a separate thing. Who would win in a fight, Dan or Michael McIntyre? Dan can tap in Adam, but it's called him Mike, but Michael McIntyre can tap in Dylan Moran. I'm not joking, and I don't want to make this too competitive. Me and Adam could fucking twat Michael McIntyre and Dylan Moran.
I reckon I could honestly fight both of them on my own and win.
What? If you can't sell 1,000 tickets to that, oh, mate.
Ming and I'd smash his head in. Michael McIntyre be fucking walking sideways and not trying to be all fucking flamboyant, doing his fucking man draw bit, and I'd just fucking web him.
I think McIntyre's your problem. He's fast moving. You know he's got a personal trainer. Dylan Moran is a glass of wine and a fringe.
Michael McIntyre looks like he's never been punched.
Yeah. Yeah. Never.
And there's no one worse in a fight than someone who's never been punched.
So are we doing this tag team? We've got Michael McIntyre, Dylan Moran. It's actually like Royal. It's like tag team, but Royal Rumble tag team. We're both going in. I go, Led, who do you want? You want Dylan Moran, you don't want Michael McIntyre.
I'd say to you, lad, you and Carl get the cameras set up. I'll be sound. Get out the ring. Leave me alone.
Right.
Who do you reckon's the hardest TV comic?
I think, honestly, I would not want to have a fight with John Bishop. I don't think that would end well for the person. Are you joking? The guy that's absolutely chiseled, he's from fucking Runcorn and he runs like quadruple marathons for charity.
Nah, I'd bang him. What if Davis I'd be scared of? Nibbly.
Just like one of your jizz children.
Dara O'Brien.
What, the big fat soft Irish man?
Bet he'd smack you though.
What, compared to John Bishop? John Bishop would bang out Dara O'Brien any day.
Bish.
Oh, big Irish egghead.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon's the hardest TV comic then?
Flanagan. Wouldn't fight.
I don't think. Yeah, I think Mickey's. He's got that fucking reputation, hasn't he? But I don't know if he's.
Mickey's been punched in the face several times.
Oh yeah. We've all been to fucking primary school, haven't we? Punch in the face. It's a fucking Sunday morning. Where's my bacon sarnie?
I reckon Paddy McGuinness can have it.
I thought we were talking about comedians. You're welcome. Russell Howard.
He's a
no, Russell Howard is ripped, but he can't fight.
No, he's from the West Country.
Yeah.
Sloss. Reckon Sloss can fight?
No.
No?
It's too strong.
Oh, no, I don't think he can. No.
Russell Kane. You think you're going to pound him out, but he's fast moving.
No. There's not many comedians I'd
Do you know Ray?
Myself against.
John Bishop would worry me. He's not a small man. He's not, I think he's in decent shape.
I asked about him.
Mate, I'm sorry, I love you, but I'd put money on John Bishop over you.
No, because the thing is, you forget how competitive, because I imagine I've got to build up to this fight.
Right.
Or is it a street fight?
Oh, no, he like pushes you in the toilet in town.
Oh, I fucking wrap a chair down, is that?
There's no chairs in the toilet.
I don't know what weird homoerotic comedy fantasy you've got. No, it's in a fucking disabled toilet, and you're in there, and it's wet, and there's fucking splash from the toilet. What weird? Why was it in the toilet? It's in a ring. It's in the octagon.
It's MMA?
Yeah, it's MMA.
How long have I got in the build-up?
5 minutes.
No.
What do you mean? Oh, to train. Yeah.
How long?
A month.
A month.
You need more?
Give me 2 years.
Are you just trying to outlive him? No, mate. A fucking twat, John Bishop. I just need 25, 30 years. But when he is 80, I'll fucking spark him out, lad.
No, but like he's been
Octagon, disabled toilet.
Triathlon, Annie. I don't reckon I can do a triathlon at the minute.
No, I don't think you could run to the vending machine.
Do you reckon you'd take Kevin Hart?
No.
He's 4'5".
Yeah,
but he's fucking handy.
Yeah, but
I'm small.
Also, if we're really getting into it, Kevin Hart is one of the richest comedians in the world.
Got a personal trainer.
He has an entourage of his fucking boys from Philly, and he came up in a hard area in Philly, and they literally feed off his wealth. I don't think they're going to take Adam killing Kevin Hart very well. So I think you've got to watch for the entourage.
Yeah, but like...
Mate, we're your entourage.
Yeah, but are we having a fucking scrap with everyone?
Mate, what happens...
Or are they just jumping me after I've banged them?
Yeah, I think you've got to consider it. Because I love you.
Can't be jumping people. Have a straightener. Don't be a shithouse.
I think, honestly, I don't think we're much of an entourage. I think we may need to... You know, when we're taking the intern on...
I wouldn't want to take a kick off him.
What's the ground... No, I've seen the fucking legs. Meat smash.
He can kick. I'd bang him, but if he kicked me in like a date.
Yeah. And if I've not got childcare, I'll be there as well.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Because I'm just harder than you.
I've got a longer reach.
Ladies.
Matter.
Ladies.
Matter.
I wouldn't let you name
What about heart?
Ladies.
A punch in the ass.
Girls. You're meant to be on each other's entourage. That's one of the major problems with you two. Kevin Hart's guys would be trying to twat you, and he'd be trying to twat you as well because of something you said about pens from fucking year 8. Yeah, lad. Fucking Kevin Hart's me teacher, and you fucked my Sharpie out the window in fucking science.
You know what's really weird? We weren't really mates in year 8. When he was saying he used to throw me pens out the window, we were already drinking. We had jobs. Do you
remember when you threw my pens out of a fucking stag do? So Jack Morley says, to Darnell the Third, that's the weirdest one of the names I've had. How did you survive in Preston? I've moved up here for uni, and it's the most boring place ever. Also, love the pod. Keep it up, lads. Preston's not the most fun place.
Preston's shite. It's an absolute pill.
But Rona restrictions, I don't imagine loads of places are like really fun. Students have had it hard, haven't they? They've basically been told to go to university and then do nearly all online classes. And if anyone even like looks like they've got a cough, they shut the whole halls of residence down and like, you've got a quarantine.
The thing is though,
it's fucking horrible.
If you're not like, you just got to ignore the rules now. I know that's irresponsible to say. And again, don't take my advice if you don't want to. Just like...
Start standing by your advice. I like it.
If you want to finger someone and they're up for it, just go for it. Don't listen to Boris.
Hand sanitize?
Didn't realise we were talking about teaching. Hand sanitize. Oh, that's the word. You can't hand sanitize before a fingering. Sting that would. Yeah. Preston's not great, mate.
No,
I'm really sorry, but just do what you want within Preston. It'll be more fun.
You know, officially, I seen this on the interweb. By the current rules of the nationwide rules at the minute of coronavirus, which I'm at the point now where I keep forgetting it's a thing. Like, I know there's lockdowns and that, but I keep forgetting there's a pandemic going on. I'm so done with it. But officially...
Really, do you?
Yeah.
Have you stopped...
I've only just remembered from about the last 40 minutes
that
there's a pandemic.
Have you stopped following it on the news or anything?
Yeah, I don't watch the news now. I don't watch any of it.
Right.
And on social media, if I see something about it, I scroll past it. I'm just bored. I'm just so done with it.
Right.
But officially, if you're seeing someone or not seeing someone, and you want to shag them, right? It's illegal to do it indoors, but it's totally legal to do it outside.
Is it?
Yeah. So you can fuck a stranger in your back garden.
In tier 3?
In your back garden. No, in tier 1. The whole country at the minute. You can't fuck someone indoors.
Right.
Oh no, tier 2 and above maybe it is. But you can't, like, I'm not allowed to shag someone in my house, but if I can convince us to do it by the bins, it's sound.
Yeah.
In the garden.
And that's how you meet your future wife, innit?
And also, my garage has got a hole in the roof, and that officially qualifies it as outside. So while my garage is leaking, so is she.
Oh, Jesus. Fucking hell. You can't even go for dinner.
No.
Can't even romance
Can if you're from the same house.
Yeah. I bet you'll find that a lot of restaurants in Merseyside this weekend have enjoyed the custom of a lot of couples that have weird shared house. Like, you were all from the same house. Yeah, we're 3 couples. We're all 32, 33 years old. And we have we've gone 3 ways on the mortgage. Have you? Right, I'll show you to your table. That happened in every restaurant around the fucking city.
Every pub in Liverpool is making itself a restaurant. There's like fucking a la carte menus in places where you can't normally get a fucking pint with a head on it. It's fucking...
We said it on the last episode. Every pub should just have their Auntie Linda making cheese toasties.
Someone ordered 6 pints of lager and 6 rounds of bread by us. Because bread is classed officially as substantial. So if you order bread, you've ordered something substantial, which is the law in Tier 3.
Are you kidding me? Are the rules, it has to be substantial?
Yeah, it can't be a bar snack.
Can't be like a bag of crisps.
No, it has to be a meal, but bread is officially a meal. So if you order a round of bread.
So this pub has just got, it's got like pint of snake bite, sambuca, and then just a fucking loaf of Hovies.
Yeah.
Just with every...
I don't think brown bread costs as substantial. You have to have white.
Oh, right, okay.
And if you're gluten intolerant, you just have to have
Isn't
a
it mad way that somehow affects a virus?
What?
Like them rules are in place to somehow stop people getting a deadly respiratory virus.
Yeah, they've just got totally lost in the weeds of what works and the rules.
Like no one's asked anymore.
Well, not the people in pubs. No,
yeah,
they're not asked. The people who are staying home scared are asked.
The only way
you're not seeing the people who are isolating because they're fucking isolating. Because we're going out places like gigs and restaurants. We're surrounded. It's almost a bit like, you know, when people talk about social media being like an echo chamber. It is a bit like you keep going to gigs going, does anyone think this is fucking bullshit tier 2? And everyone's like, yeah, we do. You're like, of course you do, because you're all here in defiance, aren't you? You're trying to live your life. So we're coming into the studio. We think pretty similar things. You're going to gigs, you're going to restaurants, you're surrounded by people at the pub going, oh, fuck this. There are a load of people going, no, I'm not doing that. But we don't see any of them or hear about it.
Yeah. I think
maybe that's how it should be. But if you want to go out, go. If you want to isolate, isolate.
The only way...
Take the risk.
The only way that they're going to get anything under control... Because even I'm sick of even talking about it on the podcast now, but like even the government's chief scientific advisors are saying that this tiered system with local lockdowns is going to do absolutely fuck all. And it's so obvious what they're doing now. They're waiting for half term and then they're going to do a circuit breaker. That's absolutely what's coming.
Wales has just announced it, hasn't it, for Friday?
Like, they're defo going to do it. But that's the only thing that's going to stop anything. So they might as well just fucking open everything or just lock us down. I said this a few weeks ago. I've been saying it for months now. It's doing me head in that I seem to know what to do before the fucking government does. And then scientists come out and say, oh, that thing Adam Rowe said a few weeks ago. Yeah, sound. Either open everything up and do a Sweden or lock everything down.
It'll all end up the same as well. Will people, do you think, do it properly if there's a full circuit breaker? Like, from what you said, it sounds like there's a load of people who
are
like...
if the army are on the streets, I think. I genuinely think that. The only way they're going to stop anything going on is with tanks and that.
Tanks?
Genuinely?
What will a tank... If you wanted to go to the B&M, would a tank stop you? Because what can you do with a tank?
They could arrest you.
Oh my God.
Shoot you.
It'll be like Tiananmen Square in a fucking B&M bargains
fucking
retail block.
B&M will be shut. They'll have to just open like select supermarkets again.
Tiananmen Square?
B&M was open.
Yeah.
Tiananmen Square is... I read about it like 6 months ago when I was in Japan. It's fucking nuts, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know about that? There was a protest in... Where was it? Where is Tiananmen Square?
Beijing, isn't it?
Beijing. And the police just let them protest. And they got to a point and they just went and killed them all. They literally went down to protest and just killed everybody.
They ran one fella over with a tank. He's tried to stand in front of the tank to say, you can't do this. And they just
killed him.
That'll be you outside McDonald's.
Like thousands. Thousands of people dead.
I want a hash brown.
They don't know the actual death toll because it's that many. They just killed everyone. And the protest was over.
I mean, you know.
So mate, you're living in Preston. Not so bad then. Fair to say? Fishergate, not quite as bad as Tiananmen Square. Holy shit.
It's 15 minutes less than it sounds, though.
That's a fucking chobs, isn't it?
It's annoying for him.
I know, because it's going over 140, hasn't it? Yeah. I noticed.
Makes your head twice as long.
No, I've got a way around it now.
Good.
Have you? You sorted that?
Mm.
He's good, isn't he? Would you like one more, or are we calling it a fucking pod?
I reckon we call it a pod and tell them what we're planning for the prank.
Oh, of course, Adam. Very professional. Well done.
So good at this.
Thank you, sir.
I'm just getting there.
I was getting lost in questions. Good questions, everyone. Thank you for those.
We had an avalanche of new suggestions for the prank that I'm sure you're all well aware of by now. If you have missed a couple of Patreon episodes and just jumped into this one, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go back and listen to the last two. We're going to do a massive prank to rival what Ross Noble did, but our favourite one unanimously between us three, and we hope you all like it. And if you all hate it, then tell us. Email us at haveawaypod@gmail.com with the subject line prank I hate it or something. Just let us know. But we think this.
No, we've decided. This is.
Yeah, but if it's vastly unpopular, then we can't do it because we need the Patreons on board to do it.
No, it's a pretty good. No one wants to get dressed up as a clown, do they?
No, I mean I do sort of.
This plan involves you sitting on your ass at home and tweeting. The other plan
tweeting,
involves
Facebook, Instagram, whatever it takes.
Fancy dress in late October in a park that I haven't ever been to in Liverpool. I am going for this one.
So, as you'll all be well aware, I was planning, to be fair, to do some illegal gigs. Now, I've found out through the grapevine that there's a website. I won't name the website because I don't want to give them any publicity, where a few people were talking about it, because I'd posted it on social media and stuff, and it got a lot of love. 99% of people saying, this is what people should be doing, support the artists, whatever. But there's enough people saying that they're going to grass these things up that we basically can't do it right now. But luckily, gigs are still legal, so we are going to put some Have a Word legal gigs on very, very soon. However, it would be illegal for us to put a gig on in certain places with certain numbers of people with no social distancing. So what we want to do is pretend to set a gig up. So we'll post it on Patreon this week. We're still working out the finer details, but the gist of it is I'm going to find somewhere, a warehouse, something like that, a derelict building that I can get access to. Someone I know will know a building. If you know somewhere that we can accommodate what I'm about to say, please get in touch with me directly. Find me on social media.
That isn't going to affect someone's license or someone's tenancy.
Yeah.
Ideally, we want to be able to do this without negatively affecting someone's business.
Yeah. We don't want anyone to get in trouble apart from, if we get in trouble, then we get in trouble. Yeah, this is our thing. Yeah. We'll face the things. So we're going to set up a gig. And what we want from you guys is we want you to tweet that you're going to this gig. We want you to Facebook, can't wait tonight, we're going to Adam Rowe and Dan Nightingale's gig. Can't wait to have 1,000 of us in one place. We'll put all the details on Patreon this week. The gig isn't going to be happening. And we know, when word spreads about this, when I'm talking about it on social media, we know that a couple of people are actually going to grass us up. And we want a couple of you. We'll get in touch with the people we want to do it. Because we don't want that many, because it'd be too obvious.
To go on that website.
And leave the breadcrumbs.
For the rats.
And maybe we want one or two of you, just to make sure it happens, to grass us up. And grass this gig up. And we think that, as with what happened with the gyms, with fucking armed police turning up to a fucking gym, which is helping people's physical and mental health, we think they're going to send, especially if they think there's hundreds or 1,000 of us in a fucking warehouse, they're going to send a heavily armed response unit to raid this gig that isn't happening. Now, wherever we set this up, I'm going to get there earlier in the day. I'm going to set a massive speaker up, and I'm just going to play the recording of an old comedy show. So from outside, it sounds like there's a Comic-Con with the audience laughing. There's going to be a couple of secret cameras set up in that room, and on the wall there is going to be a giant Have a Word the podcast logo with the words "Fuck the Tories, save the arts" written next to it. I think this could be massive. I think this could end up in every single national newspaper. We could be on the news. We might get fucking arrested for wasting police time.
We've got to credit the guy who came up with it.
What was his name?
David Jukes.
David Jukes. It's a
Adam's like, it's a fucking great idea.
But it isn't us wasting police time, is it? We're not. We didn't do anything.
yeah.
No, we just put on some music.
Yeah.
We just played an audio CD in a warehouse. That's not illegal, is it?
Exactly.
We haven't advertised this gig. We haven't grassed.
Yeah.
And it means that all of the patrons, nearly 1,100 patrons now, fucking loads of people can get a little tweet on. Also, the rest of the Lid army who stupidly aren't on Patreon, they'll see it. They'll get on it. Are you into this? Mm-hmm. You've got evil in your eyes.
Because I can picture the video that we're going to have of 200 busies with machine guns running into a room with our logo on the wall with "Fuck the Tories, Save the Arts."
It feels like a Banksy piece.
It does, doesn't it? Maybe we could get him involved. We can get him to paint Joe Anderson.
Ring him. I think he's got Mel as a publicist.
Stormzy knows him.
Ring Stormzy. I've got his number.
You could tweet Stormzy and ask him.
I'll bell him in a bit.
Because he hates the fucking Tories as well. Stormzy, maybe we get
Stormzy to perform.
What?
Imagine if the busies.
Every time we talk about this prank, we cannot keep it within the realms of real. Get Stormzy on! Right, we started this off. We were just going to tell them we were going to be somewhere. Now we've got speakers and cameras, and now you're like, get Storm. No, Shaggy. Yes, mate.
We need cameras. We can't not set
of
cameras
course.
up.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Fuck the Tories, save the arts. Oh.
We need an artist then, don't we? We need somebody who can spray paint our logo.
Yeah, we need some
No, you can't.
What?
I can spray paint that.
No, you can't.
No, it doesn't need to be perfect, does it?
No, it does. It needs to be, I recognise that logo as have a word.
Yeah, I could do that recognisably.
With a spray. I love your confidence.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you shit at art?
No.
You can do rainbows.
In fact, I know a graffiti artist, actually. Remember I told you the other day? Jason. I'll ask him to do it.
Jason Banks, his name is. Known to his mates as J-Mo.
Have you got his address?
Stormzy has.
I'll genuinely ask him.
Boss,
right.
So that's the plan, innit?
So we need a venue. Has anyone got like a disused warehouse? It doesn't sound like, oh yeah. I've got one round the back.
We have to get in touch with Kirsty about that paint factory again in
Aston. It's tricky, innit, when they've got a business.
Tell you what, though, they'll have fucking spray paint, lad.
Charcoal.
Upset me. Nasty bitch.
Coal. Coal. Coal.
Cool. That's a podcast.
Epic pod. Right. Well, I'm looking forward to that.
I need some food now before we start fucking looking at this intern thing. I'm starving.
Oh, the intern. Tech's about to get exciting. Thank you so much, everyone who's been a member of the Bullshit Bus journey today. One day I would like to do a gig on it. I'd love to do a podcast gig on a bus. I think it is a good idea, that guy that sent in. And we'll see you, bus. And we'll see you for the public episode next week. All right, lad?
Hey!
Rosa!
I've gone now.
Yeah, he's gone.
You're done?
Yeah. It's the 2 hour mark.
Is that it? It's the numbers.
It's just like, yeah. This is like me, like when footballers get cramp in extra time.
Carl.
I've got mental cramp.
Come and rub his legs.
Pod cramp.
A pod cramp.
Don't pod him after midnight.
You do look like a fucking gremlin.
Started wearing ripped jeans.
I know. When are you going back to Warsaw?
What? You can't be shouting Polish shit. You've got a backwards cap on, you're bald, and you've got a fucking weird little beard.
Oh, yes. Yes.
End the pod.
Yes.
I want to carry on now.
What did you make money from?
Shorts.
Did you make money from? Car wash?
Oh, it's designer.
Yeah.
It's Alexandra Zavetti.
Yeah, they're cool.
Zavetti.
They're cool. Get all me fucking jeans off eBay. Right. See you, lads. Bye, Felicia. And he's gone.